Hey guys, MJ and Izzy from Endless RVing. So we have a question. How long are people's RVs in these times? Are they sitting in service?
Long time.
Long time.
That's all we see is people complaining about how long they're out of their RVs because there's something wrong with it.
Right. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 5 simple things that you can do to avoid a visit from an RV repairman.
So this first one is for all you motorized people out there. The first important thing, and this is really for any motor vehicle unless you have electric, is going to be fluids. You got to stay on top of the fluids, guys, ladies. Oil, motor oil, transmission fluid, radiator fluid. Make sure that your brake fluid is clear. Everything. Oil in your generator. This has happened to us already, not because we didn't have enough oil. We were a little off level, and the emergency cutoff for your generator is very sensitive. So being that we were a little off, cut it off, add a little bit of oil, everything worked fine.
So towable people too with their generators.
Towable people with their generators, towable people with their tow vehicles.
Right.
Because, what good is your trailer if you can't get it anywhere? It's really simple, guys. Just go in, keep on top of it. If you do it yourself, if you're a DIYer, I like to change my own fluids, but if you want to take it to a place, just make sure, just do it every year if you can. Like, it's really something that it might cost a little bit now, but it's going to cost you a lot less than if you do it when there's a problem.
Also, in terms of fluids, you want to remember your batteries. Don't neglect your batteries. So if you have
your lead acid batteries,
right,
yeah.
You have to make sure that water level is staying where it should be, because they're just not going to function well without that.
Yeah, and we talked about that in detail, battery maintenance. We had a video talking about how much you should actually fill, what you should be looking for. We're going to link that one above. Guys, you're going to get an RV like this that's behind this. You're going to spend a whole bunch of money. Do you want to know how you can resolve about 80% of the problems that are going to go wrong with a motorhome like this?
Yes. So we highly recommend get your hands on the NRTVA home study course. This course, it's home study. So you can sit on your couch and learn all about your RV. There's no timeline. It's going to go through all the systems of the RV. You're going to know that RV so much better than you do before you got it. And you're going to be able to troubleshoot and resolve a large number of the issues that come up, which will in turn keep your RV out of service.
So if this is something that interests you, and certainly we think it's a really important thing, we're going to put the link below. It's going to give you all the information you need to sign up for this home study program. Super simple, super affordable, and again, you could do it at your own pace.
Number 2, where a lot of people have issues is with the simple fix a lot of times.
Simple stuff.
Yeah, is the AC units, all right? So a lot of times, they're not cooling properly, or that's a large issue sometimes. When a simple fix could be, a lot of times they're not changing their filters. Filters are dirty, they're gross. Like, we've seen some pretty nasty looking ones.
That is a very, very simple thing. Like, you pop it out and you run it underwater and let it dry.
Right,
like, that's
right.
it.
And whenever you do that too, you should always check. That's like when people tend to check their smoke detectors too. Like, a good time to check both. Also, the AC, the coils on your ACs. If you happen to hit a tree and the coils get damaged or whatever, that can really actually lower the temperature. For every, I forget the equation, it's like for every square inch or something of coils that are not smoothed out, it lowers your temperature like 1/8 of a degree. That can add up quickly. So making sure that your coils are smooth, your filters are clean, that can really help you.
Well, also that your air conditioning coils are clean.
Yes, clean too, right.
Yeah, we did a video talking about simple AC maintenance. This costs you nothing. I mean, I'm sorry. It costs you about $10 for the condenser cleaner.
Right.
The condenser cleaner does everything itself. If those coils are dirty, your AC cannot properly function.
Right, yeah.
According to you when you went to class, right? ACs, they're not much that's going to go wrong with them. They're either going to work or you're going to have to get a new one, essentially. Some of these simple things are not addressed.
Right. And in most cases, it is a very simple fix.
All right, the third very simple thing, this is going to be DIY maintenance, is making sure the seals on your RV are functioning properly.
What is the biggest issue with RVs?
Roof seals. Well, water damage.
Is water, moisture getting in, right?
Most of the time that's from the roof. We've talked about this. We've done videos on this. Also, we'll link one above. Really important, guys. I know that people don't want to deal with this, but you got to get up on the roof, or you got to pay somebody to do it. You got to pay somebody to do it. If you have an RV that has any kind of intrusion points on the roof, air conditioners, wine guards, skylights, antennas, internet stuff, whatever.
Yep.
There is going to be some kind of sealant on there, and eventually that sealant is going to have to be looked at. It's probably going to break down. Really, really important. This is super simple to do, but you have to do it. Also, sealant around the body of the coach. Here you have a brand new Microlite Flagstaff. You know, where this cap is meeting the molding here, there is sealant here. Brand new coach, so the sealant should be good, but that does break down over time.
And also just a quick little tip to watch for, you want to come over here, I'm talking about this the sealant, but the seals too, like your blade seals here, sometimes they tuck in. If they're not, you know, properly functioning, you always want to make sure, especially when the slides are out, that these are out as well. That's really important because, again, it's all about keeping that moisture out of the RV.
You're also going to want to make sure when you move that around, it was very supple, right?
Yes, that it's not dry
and it's brittle. It's time to have those replaced.
If you're enjoying the video so far, we invite you to join the family. Hit the subscribe button below, hit the notification bell so you know when we go live and release new videos. Also, if you're on Facebook, we have a private group and we want you to join us. It's called Endless RVing, RVers Coming Together. We hope to see you there. So the fourth thing has to do with tires. Just a couple little quick tips to make sure they're properly functioning. Number one, you want to make sure that the date is good. And you've probably heard this a lot. But there is a manufacturer date, and you've probably heard this, but it's right here, and it's a 4-digit number. And this one says, what does it say, 1921. So that means week 19 of 2021. So it's the week and then the year. So we recommend, I mean, they say 5 to 7 years, but we say we're like 4 or 5 years. We like to try to change them out. Also, always keep a good view on what the tires look like, the tread, that there's no cracking, there's no splitting anywhere, okay? That you have the tread that looks good inside too. It's really, really important. Make sure also that your tire pressure is good. Whatever the recommended tire pressure is, make sure that you do that. Now we use a TPMS, so that really keeps an eye on it for us.
Absolutely have one.
Yeah, you really should have one. I mean, I don't know how people would function without it. We're gonna link below. We use the TIREMINDER. You can get some savings off. We'll put the link in the description, but that's really, really important. So all these little things that you can do to even help increase the life, you can put covers on them. Whenever we're at camp, especially if the sun is blaring on them, we cover them. People always ask, what is that?
Why do you cover your tires?
It really does help, you know, with the sun. And
they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. They really are. And the bigger they are, the harder they fall. They're much more expensive. And number 5 is Izzy's favorite. You know it, and I know it.
Yeah, so number 5 is going to be keeping your RV clean. Listen, since I've owned my first car, it's always been clean.
You've been OCD.
You used my truck the other day. Was it clean?
Yes.
It's immaculate. There's not a
crumb.
It looks like it's. So I have a 2017 Ram that I bought new. The freaking thing looks amazing. It still looks like it's new.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, really important, guys. These are expensive toys, really, for most. Keep them clean. It's not hard. This is what I'll tell you from my experience. It's much harder to clean a filthy vehicle that hasn't been touched for years. That takes so much longer than if you just stay on top of it. With Nelly, we do a wash, usually every 2 weeks in season. Before we get to the off season, we wash it, we spray wax it, we put it under the cover. The beginning of the season, we wash it, we do a hand wax, and then again, it's just washed every 2 weeks. We use the ionized water.
Tons of fun to wax.
Well, she helps him with that one. But the result is our coach still looks amazing.
It looks new. It really does. It's just
even when it's dirty, it's shiny.
Right. Again, you're going to lengthen the life by doing this. And also what's good about cleaning it so often is it helps you see things that you may not see otherwise because you're in touch with it and you're really seeing a lot closer view.
One more thing I want to add, and we'll wrap this up, is that when you stay on top of your RV, you take pride in it. When you go to sell that, it immediately, listen, we've been to RV dealerships, we go into a used RV, it stinks, right? You can tell it wasn't taken care of, it smells, it's dirty, there's stains on the carpets. That's an immediate turnoff for us. You go into an RV, which we've been on, the one we did in Showalter, it was in 2015, it looked like a new RV. It had like 47,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
But obviously, if an owner is taking that pride in keeping it clean, more than likely they're going to stay on top. You know that was a maintained RV.
Right.
So really important, guys. Fifth most important thing, just stay on top of it. Keep it looking clean.
So hopefully this helped you. By using these simple tips, really this can hopefully help reduce the time that your RV is sitting in the shop, thus not allowing you to use it.
Or maybe not even taking a trip to the shop.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, it's also going to help increase the value of your RV, or at least not have it decrease that much.
Right.
So in the comments below, let us know, what do you do? What secret sauce do you have to keep your RV on the road, right? We've never been down because our RV...
No, luckily.
Yeah, we've had little problems, but it's never kept us off the road. And I don't think that's by accident, right? So put it in the comments below. And for myself and MJ, we thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the road.